What's up, man?
Man, look at that, Alex. You got that crisp, clean internet. He got five, ladies and gentlemen. He got five. You know he feeling good when you can see his face on here. Like you told us right now, Alex, you can finally stretch out the playbook on Madden. You can finally do some more things.
Yeah, man. No longer one dimensional, Madden.
All right, it's time for us to have a live action James versus Alex on screen. Puro Pinche Sports,
Let's
Madden
do it.
game. We gotta see it happen, guys.
We can do it.
Don't put me on that shit. I'll be an easy defeat for anybody. But anyways, guys, obviously this week, been a lot of sports talk, a lot of things going on. Last week we had the draft. Thank you for everybody who watched, whether it was live or on demand, whether it was on Twitter, YouTube, on the podcasts, whatever it was. Thank you for your support, guys. The draft day 2, day 3 ended. Alex, starting with you, man. Obviously, again, you had the number one overall pick. Your team only had 4 picks overall. How did you feel in general for your team, and how did you feel for the entire draft? What was the biggest surprise,
Uh,
let's just say?
I don't think there was no surprise. Maybe the one I didn't expect was the punter from Iowa, but like even that was a good pick. I saw an article saying that we got three generational players with Caleb, Doomsday, and the I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, that dude was always on the field because Iowa never really scored. Their defense was crazy, but you also have to look at the special teams. If you watch Iowa play, he put them in good positions for their defense. So, uh, and then other than that, I mean, we picked up a DN from Kansas. I think he was from Kansas, Austin. I want to say Austin Booker, if I'm not mistaken. Um, they pose got a DN. I wanted them. I needed them to get a DN actually because besides Sweat, they really didn't have anybody on the other side. Um, so they hit everything. I mean, obviously we needed another quarterback with Justin gone, um, and um, Doomsday is a solid receiver. I mean, you guys saw it in Washington, so I'm excited, man. Like I don't know if you guys seen it. Other people had said this is probably the best situation that our number one pick has ever went to. So I'm excited, man. Like I said, I don't need Caleb to be a superstar. We just need him to be average. And
hmm
even, I even say even below average, we could still make the playoffs. A lot of people don't see it, but they got a lot of weapons, and it'll be hard not to like. It would suck not to see them go to the playoffs next year. So pretty
James,
solid.
James, overall, man, we saw the controversial pick, Michael Penix Jr. Right? Not because, of course, that we don't think he's a bad player or anything like that. Let's just go see the fact of what they did this offseason and how then adding him 1 week later. How do you feel now? Does it you still feel the same shock like we all were that day, or do you understand more or less better why the Falcons did it?
for me, it was never sincerely a shock. I thought it was a good thing. I mean, Kirk Cousins might have felt the type of way, but hell, you're he's at an age where your body's not gonna respond as if you're 20 years old hurting yourself. Like, you know what I mean? The healing process isn't the same. So if he's ready when the season's ready to start, yeah, you want to go with him. You got guaranteed money. I paid you this offseason. I expect you to be on the field. But at the same time, I feel like that's a blessing for Penix because Kirk isn't great, but he's a beyond good quarterback that can read the field and read defenses, and you can learn from someone like that. So yes, Penix is up in age. I know we spoke about that, but I still think there's no better position to be in than besides somebody that already done it before and has done it on a high level consistently. Um, Kirk is not a loser by any means, but he's also one of those guys that are when he's on, he's on. He's like um, I mean, shit. If I'm Penix, I'm glad I'm not being thrown in the fire. I know we have some of these expectations for certain quarterbacks. You want them to come in and get to it right away, But I believe in a sit and watch system where you sit your ass down. It might be 1 or 2 seasons, but when your name is called, just be prepared. You know, it happened for a lot of people. It happened for Romo. It happened for Dak. It happened for the great Tom Brady. It happened for Aaron Rodgers. Like, man, just be humble. If you know you that good, just wait your turn and you'll get your shot. So I think he's in a place where he can learn. There's some young kids on that team, and shit, just be ready to ball when your name get called. So,
Alex, I mean, I understand James's like perspective on it, but it still baffles me, man, because you could have still drafted Michael Penix. Yeah, you don't have to throw him right away into it, but you also dropped 180 mil to Kirk Cousins.
but do you think he would have been there?
I mean, the way everything went.
If he doesn't go, and you sit and wait on the quarterback, like who do you think you're taking? Like,
but 6 guys went at 12 in the top 12, and they were number 8.
yeah.
So they could have traded if they felt threatened in any way, they could have traded up, because it's not like let's say they could have traded up with not the Giants per se, right? Giants won a Malik.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they could have still got Malik even at 8 if they trade back. If the Falcons were that desperate for it, right? Because I always felt Joe Alt was going to the Chargers. Marvin Harrison Jr. was always going to the Cardinals. So I think they could have, like, if they really wanted somebody and they didn't have a quarterback, right? They didn't sign Kirk. They didn't drop all that money for him. You could have, like, still got Michael Penix. But even at that, your defensive line is not that great. You need the help right there. Like, and especially with the run game and then the threats that are going to be over in freaking the NFC South.
Yeah.
Even, like, you have what? Second or third place schedule? My goodness, man. You have a second or third place schedule, so you're still going to be running up against some teams. You need that line. Like, if it's third place, I think they play the Bears. They play the Giants will be fine, and then they play. It's Seattle, I think. So that's still some teams that you need to, like, go in there. They can run over you, and so for me, that's the biggest issue. Like, you need a defensive end, and I think Michael Penix. I understand the situation, right? Like, for me, if like you're so worried about Kirk's Achilles, then don't fucking sign him. How about that? I don't know, Alex. What do you think?
Yeah, it was a shocker that I didn't think they were going to go Penix. That didn't really, like. I guess the way people saw it was probably the same way the owner was in that draft room, right? Because, like, I don't know if you saw it, but they kind of had to explain to him, like, what they were doing, and he still looked kind of confused, like many of us were. I thought a Doomsday was gonna be their pick. I know they did. I know they were, because the way it played out, like Dallas Turner and everybody like that we thought moved down in the draft, right? Mostly all the defensive guys.
Yeah.
So that kind of shocked me, because I'm like, damn. So like, even a receiver would have been good for them, even though they didn't go defensive. And if they thought that, well, the defensive guys would be a reach, kind of like how it would have been, because the way the draft actually played out, a receiver would have made more sense then. I don't see how it's gonna work out there. Kirk is a team guy. I don't think he's gonna go into the practices and go into film study, not showing Penix his ropes. Showing him, like, how NFL quarterback's supposed to be. It's just really shocking, man. I really thought Penix was gonna probably end up in Denver because of all his injuries. I thought he was gonna drop that low, but
I don't think Sean Payton was gonna go with Michael Penix, to be fair. I think Michael Penix is better than Bo, but I don't think Sean, because the way he would talk up about Bo, and even then, like, I still think the Bo Nix pick, where the spot where they picked him, was a bad pick. Like, I think they could have got him in the later rounds. Now that just depends if they felt like they could have, or they felt the Raiders was a threat to that. But
yeah, it would have been the Raiders.
I don't think the Raiders would have picked up Bo. He just doesn't fit that narrative. You know what I mean? He's not a Raider. Like, he doesn't he doesn't look or act like a Raider, in my opinion. I don't know. He's definitely a Duck. So I could definitely see him with the Broncos and stuff. So I don't know, man. It's just weird for me. How do y'all want to feel about Xavier Worthy? And everyone's going after the Bills for trading back and letting essentially the Chiefs get what a lot of people will say is the hottest pick there. But I kind of feel like that's like he's overrated for me a little bit. I think they're really pumping him up when we've seen how receivers land in KC. Like they're not all Tyreek Hill.
I look. I was the first one to say that Worthy fits Kansas City perfect, but I didn't think he was the best receiver in Texas. I thought Mitchell was. And then whenever everybody was mad at the Bills because they traded out of that pick, I actually thought they got the better receiver at the end.
Yeah,
and they're getting more draft picks to get more youth because a lot of their guys on their team are getting up there in age. So I think the Bills actually won the trade. Actually, not just say that Worthy's not a. I mean, I don't think he's bad. I just think like he wouldn't have fit with the Bills. He wouldn't have fit like with other teams besides Kansas City. Now the only thing is just that like what could fool people is his speed. I mean, he is an undersized receiver, but I mean, he could use that as an advantage. You are right. He could be overrated, but I mean, he showed that in Texas that he could ball. So I think he went to the right system and he went to the right team.
James. I feel like I know you're high on him, which is why you picked him up in
Mhm.
the fantasy draft. You're in the Dynasty League. But for me, man, I feel like he's just another Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like they go and reach for a big weapon in their opinion, but it's not gonna land how they think it's gonna be. Why are you so high on him that you even felt like in a dynasty league to go pick him up? Talk to me, brother.
One, I look at the way he's set up. Like people want to kind of box him in as one dimensional because it's straight speed, but I look at somebody like that who hasn't really dealt with in his career. He hasn't dealt with a lot of injuries, so that tells you right there, kind of like he's not a fragile guy. He he's shown he can run multiple routes. Like he's not just a four verticals type of receiver you can send out there. I think that's someone, KC is tricky, right? So you re-sign Travis, you still got that big threat out there. Yes, he had a lot of injuries, but he hasn't shown that slowdown yet. So with someone like that, I think we kind of forget who their coach is. Like this guy is going to be utilized, and he's not going to be thrown out there if he's not ready.
Yeah.
They skillfully put everybody in place with Andy Reid. So I feel like just the notion if he doesn't even hit off the first year, he's still going to be okay. He just has to go out there and show he can catch. At the end of the day, you're a wide receiver. You get paid big money. You got to catch the ball. I don't care how fast you are. You have to be able to catch. I hope he's one of those Percy Harvin type of players. Like Percy got that opportunity with Brett Favre, man, and took off. Like for a minute, Stephon Diggs wasn't the it guy over there. Him, Sidney Rice, it was Percy Harvin. They utilized Percy Harvin everywhere. Little screens, misdirections, reverses, like punt return. So someone as electrifying as that, I just hope he can prove and show why he was taken by such a great franchise. And I mean, you playing with the best quarterback in the game right now, hands down. So just make it count, man. Like just be more than just your 40 time.
Alex, who do you think won low key, like under the radar, won the draft in your opinion?
Shit, Bears.
No. I think what a lot of people are
Yeah,
not.
that's the low key at James, not high key.
I actually like what Carolina picked up. I really do. I think they picked up a lot of they do have a lot of holes, but like the guys they picked up for those holes were good picks. Like they didn't reach for anybody, um, and I think people are gonna see that team flourish a little bit with Bryce Young. Um, they're like my Houston Texans of last year. Remember, I told you guys Houston might be a dark horse, and even though they still had a rookie head coach in D'Amico, but this draft class like I'm not saying as splashy as what Houston did, but they did. I think quote unquote like they're gonna be the same team. I don't think they might make the playoffs, but they're gonna surprise a lot of people with the type of players they got. My favorite pick was probably Jonathan Brooks from Texas.
Okay. What about you, James? What from what you could remember was who stood out to you? Was the Eagles? Did you see that they got their secondary fixed up?
I think for me, Philly always is a like they just draft well. But if I were to go off of this draft like a low team that kind of put pieces together, I would probably go with Pittsburgh, man. Like under the radar, Pittsburgh made some nice picks. Like they picked up a stud of receiver that I think like if he gets the opportunity, Roman Wilson will go crazy. He has nice speed, nice hands, shifty, elusive. I like the linebacker that they picked up
from NC State.
Yeah, they just always go crazy, man. Like,
so let me ask y'all this: Pittsburgh right now is in a dilemma where they've declined Najee Harris's fifth-year option. Justin Fields is a backup QB. Reports came out earlier today, and our number one fan, Steezy, said that more not even ESPN. Jalen Bourne came out and said it that they were talking about the Steelers wanting to try out, maybe see Justin Fields at times to be a punt returner. He says, "What do y'all think? What do y'all think about that? Like the Steelers are trying to make some moves. Obviously, Arthur Smith as the OC, he's going to develop his own game plan. What are y'all thinking about the Steelers right now?"
I like him, man. No, I like him. I don't like messing with the guy's psyche like that. If you got this guy to be your quarterback, have him play your quarterback. Let him get the fine tuning behind Russell Wilson and be done with it, man. Don't play with his psyche like that. I hate that they did that to what was his name? Damn. Gosh.
Same team.
What was the quarterback from?
Give me a team name.
He went to the Raiders.
Out of
Ohio State.
Yeah, no, Terrell Pryor.
Yeah, they did that with him. Wanted to make him like, no, man, you drafted this kid as a quarterback. He is a quarterback. Stop playing with him. Like,
well, to be fair, James, to counteract that, they didn't draft Justin Fields.
Well, true, but
they just traded for him, and to be fair, they own his rights right now. So until like I said, otherwise they could ask him to try out for other positions. Alex, you're a big Justin Fields advocate. You hope that he takes over the job of QB. What do you feel about the fact that they might be asking him to transition a role? You know, we've seen Julian Edelman. We've seen many of the players go that from college quarterbacks to become something else in the league. How do you feel about that for Justin Fields?
I truly don't believe he's going to be or they're going to move him out of QB. You make comparisons from like Julian Edelman or even Terrell Pryor. None of them had a collegiate career like what he did. And none of those two guys that you guys brought up actually showed glimpses of playing the QB spot like how Justin has. So I really don't think they're going to do it. What I do see them implementing like more RPO packages, or even having two QB sets, like how the Saints used to do it sometimes. But yeah, man, if he's in your team, you want him to have the ball. You already seen glimpses of what he could do. So yeah, I think that's just smoke of him putting him in that punt returner. Why would they put him at punt returner when they have guys on their team that have a lot more speed than him? No, and they have done it. Then they have done it in the NFL. Like I just think that that's probably just smoke, like blown. So But what James was saying, the Steelers did have a good picks, and they're trying to build up that steel curtain again.
Boy.
Payton out of NC State is no joke. That's probably a day one starter there in Pittsburgh.
Okay, Alex, you're a defensive guy. Please tell me we did not miss on because we had that pick. I'm mad we didn't take him. I know he had some question marks, but I was so mad. I don't even know this guy we took, bro. So is he a good linebacker?
Out of I think he's out. Is he out of He's not out of A&M, is he?
Let me double check for y'all.
Man, I don't even know, bro.
Doesn't matter. He said either way. You're talking about your linebacker, James?
Yeah. I think we took him with was it the third pick?
The third round pick?
This class wasn't as heavy as at the linebacker core. So I'm
Maurice Liufau?
Yeah, that guy.
From Notre Dame?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, him.
Okay.
Because Peyton was right there, and I was like, I just knew we were going to take him. Because that's what I was pulling. I was actually pulling for Jatavian Saunders at that pick because I was like, man, that needs another shifty guy. Like Ferguson is good, and I mean Henderson, he showed flashes, and I forgot the Schumacher or Maker, whatever his name is. He showed a little bit. But I'm like, man, we need the league is shifting from those blocking tight ends. You got to be able to do more than one thing, and you got to be able to get away with the ball. So I was like, maybe we'll take somebody like that. But they took him, and we passed. I was like, if we're gonna take a linebacker, I was wanting to take Peyton. I did not want to take him. Like I don't know, we love linebackers from Notre Dame. Like,
I remember you guys got Jaden Smith. That's the linebacker I wanted the Bears to get. At draft, and dude, he was one of my favorite.
I loved him for a long time, man. Yeah. I just really don't know what happened. Like he lost a gear.
It was because a lot of it honestly was because he was getting washed down on like double teams whenever you would they would do like a double team on like on a defensive tackle, and he would just get washed down and like get lost. And that's one of the reasons why Van Der Esch took over his spot.
Yeah, and I liked them two together, man. They were ball hawks. Like they would fly sideline to sideline. It was just like it was beautiful to watch because I live in the era of having freaking Sean Lee get hurt every half a game.
Yeah, but you saw what happened, James. As soon as the man got paid, he stopped knowing how to play. He became Markelle Fultz real quick.
That is true. That is true. I would give you that. My boy got a bag, and it was just like.
But going to the Dallas. I mean, talking about Dallas's picks. I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if you ever like paid attention, but every time Dallas gets a offensive alignment in the first round, they usually become all pros for y'all.
Bro, hey, we studs, man.
They do.
I tell people all the time they don't be the prettiest picks, and I be so mad. But these guys become like legends, bro. Let me false word. They become really, really good, and they become very, very stable on the offensive line.
Like Zach Martin.
Dude, Trey Smith was accused of being he was not accused. He was rightfully accused of being the most penalized player in FCS, but this guy turned it around. Like the first 4 games, I was like, damn, bro, stop holding. Stop jumping off sides. And then like week 8, man hit a stride. And it was the rest is history. So, you know, like, I mean, I can attest to that. We do get guys. And I just, man, this guy that we got right here, I hope he pans out because I felt like we could have kept hiring at least another year or 2. But
you know what? Just for you, James, I'll give you a C. I'll bump up your grade. I'll bump up your team's grade to a C.
No, I mean, because that was. I mean, it's an ugly pick, but man, come down mid-season.
I mean,
pans out.
Y'all needed to address a lot of the O-line. You lost a lot to Washington of all teams, right? You lost a lot of your O-linemen to them, but I mean, I could trust that as long as your O-line coordinator is still there, like y'all can get a good enough out of them.
Yeah.
But come on, James, you're neutral. Remember, you're not a Cowboys fan right now, so
It's
shut up.
true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
You gotta you gotta relax. You gotta know Diddy yourself.
I get a little excited sometimes, man.
Brown Sexual CZ says Alex looking sexy, no Diddy, 100. But anyways, guys, all right, let's move on a little bit. I actually have one game I do want to I'll play with y'all real quick, and it's like basically it's NFC North blind rankings. So basically, it's because last week, James, you looked at me sideways when I said I thought the Bears could win the division, and so now I want to do some positional blind rankings. I want to see if more or less how you feel about that. So NFC North blind rankings. So let's and we're gonna do weapons edition, James, just for you because I feel like that's what we need to discuss right now. You good with this, Alex? You good with this?
Yeah, I seen the like NFC North weapons, and they compared all the weapons from each team. It's pretty good.
It's stacked, brother. So
Yeah, it's stacked.
So I just want to know, James, are you ready for this?
I'm
Is
ready,
this what
sir.
is this what you want? Are you sure you don't want to like quit and back up right now before we go?
I'm all in.
All right. Should we do 1 through 5 or 1 through 10, boys? What do we want to do real quick?
1 through 10 should be fine.
There we go. Oh man. Should we just let this be a James thing, Alex? Me and you, I think we kind of feel the same way. Should we just put this on him so that we can see the error of his ways?
Well, he could do his blind rankings, and I could do my own.
That's fine. We can do that completely. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what? Okay. Blind rankings, NFC North weapons. All right. First name up, Sam Laporta.
God. Why Alex can join? No, it's fine. All right.
He can't back you up now.
I like Sam. 1 through 10. We're doing weapons. Oh man, what would you do? What would you do? What would you do? We're doing 10. Give me it's chocolate cake. Give me 6. Give me 6. Give me 6.
6. What about you, Alex?
Give me 7.
7. Okay. Okay. All right. Next name up. Alex's favorite GOAT, Christian Watson. James, what do we got?
Christian Watson.
Yeah.
Give me 8.
Alex?
You just give me 10, bro.
Damn, I was trying to be nice. Shit.
Alex, you said 8 for Laporta, right?
Yeah. 7.
Right.
7.
You both said 7 for Laporta? Oh, no, he said 6.
He said 6.
Okay, cool. All right. Let me see here. What do we like? All right. Let's do Keenan Allen.
Give me 5.
5. Okay. Alex?
Give me 4.
4. Okay. All right. Next name up. Jordan Addison. James?
Give me 8.
Jordan Addison. I'll take. Give me 9.
Addison at 9. Okay. Yeah. All right. Roman
I'll take him at 9.
Madden James.
I'm gonna give him. He's unproven. Give me 10.
All right. Josh Jacobs.
Do I have 7 available?
No, you used it.
Fuck. Who's at 7 for
Laporta.
Porta? I'll take 6.
Josh Jacobs. Okay. James.
Josh Jacobs.
Green Bay's own.
I gotta go 3, man. I gotta go 3.
All right. Justin Jefferson.
1.
Yeah, number 1. He's number 1.
Cool. Just want to get the one out the way. All right. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
2.
I am giving him number 3.
Damn, I use my 4.
No, not yet.
Okay, cool. Because I know who goes there.
DJ Moore.
4.
Number 2.
And last name up, Jahmyr Gibbs.
What do I have to put him at?
I'm looking. 6. No, 7. It's your 7.
Okay, that's fine.
And then,
I have 4. I have 4, right?
No, your last one was 5.
Okay.
So there you go. So after hearing all those names, and obviously I left some out like Romeo Dobbs, I left out Aaron Jones, T.J. Hawkinson.
Yeah.
Like, how are we feeling right now, James? Are we still saying that it's not the best division in the league, in the NFC only, not the league?
It's just a hard. I feel like to call. I mean, I just feel like to call any division the best is kind of hard because you just never know how teams pan out, man. Like the Lions was the shit of the league for like a good minute, man. A good probably 10+ years if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
But like the resurgence, the Bears hit a struggle bus for a while, and they're in a place of resurging. You know what I mean? Like the Vikings, still Vikings. You ain't worried about them. The Packers are making a transition from Aaron, and they're kind of finding an identity. But I mean, I honestly I can say I jumped the gun. I will give it to them. I mean, just with what they got going over there now,
Let me make it simple. Is Seattle a playoff threat?
No, that whole division is cheeks.
Okay, so
outside of San Fran.
Yeah, so I mean the Rams I think can still make it, especially with some of the moves they made.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they always.
So what about the NFC South, the weakest division? You can still argue.
Yeah, true.
So
well, I feel like it's a twofer. Like Dallas is still kind of shit, but I feel like they'll be on the plus side of things. I feel like
no. The South is Falcons, Saints, and the Panthers and
I just
Buccaneers.
feel like that's the Bucs division until Atlanta figure out what their identity is.
That's what I'm saying. That's what. Yeah. Otherwise, that's all a bottom 500 team there.
Yeah, true.
And then the East is just conquered by the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, as far as the 4 solid teams, it's AFC North.
That's right. And that's why I said I scaled back. I digress. I feel like they are. They have the most competitive looking. I mean, from top on both sides. To me, on both sides.
This is how I saw it last week, James. 2 of those teams went to the playoffs. One team made a major upset. The other team went to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 teams, one of them lost their quarterback midseason, and while they were on a stride to come back into the playoffs, arguably, And the other team that was literally just a quarterback away got their quarterback, got a long-time receiver, picked up some good defensive pieces, got a punter that could probably put some threat out there to be one of the best special teamsmen out there. So we'll see. Like that's what it's just gonna be. For me, it's gonna be the most competitive. Now, do they all make the playoffs? Like last year, the AFC North got 3 of them in, and one just missed out because their quarterback was out. Maybe we'll see. Right? That's about it. So.
Yeah, and that's why I said I feel like from head to toe, man, they like I said, if the Bears are even just perform half of their
they got 7 wins they got 7 wins last year with the first half of the season they're being asked completely. They turned it around. They got to 7 wins. If they upgraded with everything how we said, and with everyone wanting to say that Caleb's got the most stacked team, that this first year you could argue he's going to be a system quarterback. They should make the playoffs. They should get 10 wins.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, let's transition to basketball. Obviously, the playoffs is rocking right now. It does look like as of this time right now, the Bucks will be eliminated and the Indiana Pacers will advance. They are up by 22 points right now as I'm looking on ESPN's app. So that's it. No Dame, no Giannis. Giannis we didn't get for the last couple of weeks, sadly, so he didn't even get the chance to defend himself. But the narrative is going to kick in already. Blow up the team. And that's exactly, James, what you texted us a few days ago. Blow up Milwaukee, blow up Phoenix. Talk to me, brother. Why do you feel like these are the times that we need to blow up these teams right now?
You can look at it. I'm gonna look at it twofold. Okay, the reason I say blow it up, the experiment didn't work. You're not seeing the cohesiveness kick in. We can blame it on the coaching shift, but I feel like Coach Bud had an identity with that team, and it was structured around Giannis heavily. I feel like Giannis sacrificed and tried to pull the D-Wade card to Dame to be the LeBron, and it kind of just didn't work. You know what I mean? Whether it was Dame's his personal life or whatever the case may be, it's not unfolding. And I think me and Alex kind of called it from the jump. Like, you cannot lose key defensive pieces and ask that of other guys that are not defenders. Milwaukee plays a lot of great offense. That's always been there. Dame has been an offensive threat his whole career. He's a liability defensively. Yeah, you can put up 40, but you can also give up 40. So when you are looking at that team and that structure, if Giannis isn't on the floor, that is a big defensive presence that you're missing. Like, yeah, Brook Lopez can still do it, but Drew Holiday is one of the key pieces to them winning the title. Key pieces. You take Drew off of that team, they have no shot at winning, at all. He was that important, and I feel like other people were too. DiVincenzo was that important. Bobby Portis was that important. PJ Tucker was that important. And you lose these pieces, and now you're just offensive-minded. You lose a coach midway through the season, or not even midway, just a third of the way in. You bring in a guy that ain't been coaching.
No, you're right. Halfway. They played 43 games at the point. Yeah.
You bring in a guy that hasn't been coaching for a while, and then you have to figure out what his take is going to be, and then it's just like you're lost. So for me, it's just like, no, it was just too much going on. There's too much going on in these guys' lives, and you get hit with the injury bug. It's unfortunate. It's so unfortunate because you always wonder what if these guys click, how beautiful the game would have looked. And it's just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You can't. It's somebody else's turn. They're giving somebody else an opportunity. And hell, we just got to see who's going to come out on the other side of it.
Alex, do you agree that should Milwaukee and Phoenix and I guess anyone else should they blow it up?
No, I don't think they should, because like James said, they ran into the injury bug. It's their first time gelling together.
Yeah.
That's too soon to pull the plug, especially for Phoenix. That team didn't really get to play with Bradley Beal. I know a lot of shit goes to Bradley Beal because he wasn't able to play a lot. But
I was thinking he wasn't there.
Yeah, But just I still feel like that team could be something. I mean, they had a lot of key players out, and they still were able to get the 6th seed in that competitive
Yeah, that's true.
conference. So, like I said, just to pull the plug, that's too fast. And the Milwaukee side, um, yeah, I said losing Drew was a big factor during the offseason. And just replacing with offense. I get that it's going into offensive league, but you also need to stop teams. The Pacers really shocked me because I didn't think they were going to come up swinging like this. But yet again, I mean, Milwaukee's going through a lot of shit. So
I was gonna say, Alex. So right now we have a few coaching positions that are gonna be available real soon.
Oh yeah.
Darvin Ham is out. We know that for sure. They've already reported that by this weekend he'll be fired.
Already? I thought it happened. Shit.
No, yeah, it's gonna happen by this weekend. They said. Frank Vogel is in danger.
I
But
don't think old Frankie should, bro.
I don't. Yeah, I agree, James. I don't think Frank Vogel should. He's a good defensive mind. It's Matt Ishiba, bro, and James Jones. They didn't structure the team well. They try to win now. They try to go in everything. And the truth is, the Bradley Beal pickup was such a huge mistake. The man was already injury prone prior to the season, right? Like he had not like in the last like 4 seasons prior to this one, he had not even played past 60 games.
Yeah.
Like most of it was like 50, 40 at best. One of them was 60, and that's about it. But like he was not trustworthy. And the truth is, and James, you can disagree or agree with me here. I think Bradley Beal is overrated. Like so like it's the same shit. It's the same shit I felt about Gilbert Arenas. No offense to everybody who loves Gilbert Arenas, but like, yeah, you could do a lot of spectacular shit on a shitty team when they got no one else to fucking rely on. But let's ask you to put, give you more responsibility on a better team. If you don't step up, then you're just as overrated as your paycheck. And that's what I feel about Bradley Beal, Alex. I feel like Bradley Beal lived off the moniker that, oh, I was the best player on the Washington Wizards. We made the playoffs a few times, and well, I did my thing, so I earned the $50 million. No. If you were on any other team, you would have never been worth that contract because your style of play is not suited for the team. I feel, and they don't have a point guard over there.
And in Washington, they were more defensive minded with Nene and Gortat. Those were the two towers there in Washington. Why Washington made the playoffs and won a couple of series there.
Yeah, and I feel like Bradley Beal was overrated, but I will say this: he was a overrated bucket, man. Like the boy could ball. I just feel like he's one of those kids that was in a shitty situation. There was nothing positive about Washington. There still is nothing positive. Ain't been nothing positive since John Wall. Like,
they got Jordan Poole, and they thought they'd get something better.
Nah, man, ain't been nothing positive since John Wall. And the sad thing about it is, as good as he could have been, like he's one of these guys that like you just hope he just can avoid the injury bug so you can see him like fully at his potential because he can shoot from anywhere. To me, he's more of a injury prone Paul Pierce because he has a great mid range. He's a great deep ball shooter, but like I don't know if you guys watch any of the episodes. Like I need to catch up on 5 and 6.
Mind the game.
Mind the game. And LeBron and JJ talked about it, bro. Like everybody's trying to create a big three when you don't realize what you have to sacrifice in putting all that talent together. Like it has to mesh well. You have to play off of a guy well. Can you play without the ball? Can you defend when we need you to defend? Can you be the second scorer when we need you to be the second or the first or take the back seat? Some days you're going to have a good night. Some days you're going to have an off night. But I feel like that's what's like when you look at them, I feel like it's like KD is going to get his buckets. He's one of the most phenomenal scorers we have in our game. Booker's going to get a bucket. But hell, when you see Bradley Beal out there, sometimes it's just like, he's lost. And it's sometimes how I look at James Harden with the Clippers. It's a lot going on over there. It's a lot of people that need the ball. And then you wondering why James ain't being James. But, like, if Kawhi is on, then you got PG. Like, bro, it's only one basketball. So, like, I feel sorry for him because I know he's much of a better player, but at the end of the day, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make it work. If they trust you to be that player, you gotta be that guy. Else you're gonna end up the shit of the stick like Russell Westbrook did, taking the bullet for the Lakers.
Yo, James.
Yeah, he did.
Can you turn on the light?
Why?
Bro, if it wasn't for your shirt, your teeth, and your eyeballs, I can't see you.
I didn't pay attention to the eyes. I didn't pay attention to how dark it got.
I didn't want to call you out. I texted you too. I was like, let me just text him.
Hey, bro, you real black right now.
I see your teeth. That guy you wearing a white shirt, bro.
Hey, for real, man.
Man. I feel like if you wanna, Bradley Beal has a no trade clause, and so that's the part. And Matt Ishba, bro, he came out with a statement today that said something about the likes like, you know, ask 29 other GMs. 26 of them would tell you they don't want to be in the same situation we're in right now. No, the fuck they don't.
No,
I can tell you right now, nobody wants that contract hell. Nobody wants to deal with that bullshit debt lineup, bro. Like, I feel bad for Frank Vogel because he should have a better team around him. And here's one of the things: like, I know people said he should fire him when he was a Lakers coach. I was like, bro, he was there building up that lineup for the championship run. What are we talking about? Like, it's not his fault. What's his name? Rob Pelinka decided to get rid of Dwight, JaVale, all the bigs, the things that made him different. Alex Caruso, Rajon Rondo, all this shit.
And then whenever he was with the Pacers, they weren't crazy. Like, they didn't have these big names there besides Paul George, right?
But they competed.
They competed
with Roy Hibbert, with Danny Granger. They competed.
Yeah, and they were sick defensively. Like, really,
yes.
Like,
bro, let me tell you something. As a LeBron fan, dog, that team was so scary. So scary. They had, and I think that's what a lot of teams of today and a lot of
David West.
A lot of teams of today don't realize that if you're going to be a title contending team, and don't nobody pay attention to Denver, but they got depth. Every time they're winning is because they got depth. They can go to the bench. Murray can go to the bench. Jokic can go to the bench. Caldwell Pope can go to the bench. Gordon can go to the bench. Michael Porter can go to the bench. And it's always somebody. You don't know who they are, but they're coming off the bench. They're giving a little 6, a little 8, a little 10, you know, a crucial 3, a crucial charge, playing defense hard as hell. Why? Because they're winning and they're having fun doing it.
James, let's talk about the selfless basketball over in Denver. The fact is that Nikola is your 1. You know Jamal's your solid 2. Aaron Gordon, who was number 1 in Orlando, knew what his role had to be. And he took the seat back to being 3 or 4 because we also had Michael Porter Jr. on the rise, who was a more offensive guy than defense. So Aaron Gordon stepped up on the defensive play. He's the reason why AD got shut down in the fourth quarter in fucking every matchup. It's why. So for some reason, AD averages 30 points in the first 3 quarters, and all of a sudden he averages like 2 points in the fourth quarter. So the switch up always helped them, and that's the reason why. Even though like they had over 100 like more fucking minutes of winning and shit like that, as far as Lakers type possession, the truth was that once you make switch ups, once you make the adjustments, coaching matters, and I think that's what Darvin Ham.
And they got structure, bro. They're winning. Everybody's looking at it. Like it's nothing. It's nothing to them, bro.
Yeah.
It's nothing to them. And that's why I'm saying, like, the selfless ball and the depth in the team, you put that all in one melting pot, and, bro, you create a winning culture. Like, it's that simple, bro. It's nothing else. Like, and people can name, oh, they were winning for this many minutes. No, bro, it don't matter. Fourth quarter, can you build a unit and run? Can you sustain a lead? Can you play defense? Can you have attention to detail? Can you like, and I mean, like, bro, LeBron is so smart, but it's just like he's also at an age where he can't You know what I'm saying? He can't father the load like that. He can't be all over the place. Like these guys, like played well everywhere else, and then it's just like they shrink when they get on the floor with him.
You know, and what's sad is that we're bouncing around all these topics, right? Because it's just the NBA playoffs has been chaotic, and we're trying to react to 8 different series at once. But like on a quick note, because it is a topic on here, LeBron still averaging like 25, 26, 7, and 8. It's just like a spectacular thing, especially at year 21. And it's just sad. And Alex, I think you can respect it too, right? Because I know that you have criticism about Bron, but it's just sad to see like even what he's putting on his best at this late age,
still can't win.
like he still can't win because these guys don't step up.
It sucks, man. I mean, obviously, I didn't like LeBron because when he was with Cleveland and Miami, you know, he always killed our team. But like how you guys said, like there's gonna come a time where we're not gonna see LeBron anymore, and at his age and still putting up numbers like that, it is crazy. We've never seen it before, and it just sucks, man. Like you do want him to like be in the finals again, and see him like try to win another chip. I like it would work for like everybody, the LeBron fans,
Don't be teasing
the
James
NBA,
like this. Don't be teasing James like this. Look at him.
yeah, like, but even NBA, like NBA revenue, right? Like everybody wants to see that.
Yeah.
And if he gets another ship at year 22, year 23, that's another thing that he could add to his accomplishments that he already has. This thing they put together, just I don't know, just really lacks like I don't know, just I guess defense, man. Just kill them
I think they lack everything, man.
Like because LeBron, it sucks. Like look, you can't have him defend the best player on the opposite team for 48 minutes, 45 minutes, right? That's impossible.
You can't be having them play 45 minutes like that.
Yeah, so like.
But you can't. You also can't take him off the court.
You can't.
Exactly. You can't.
But it's just like you have to understand, bro. At some point in time, how this like. If I was Darvin Ham, I promise you, I would have called Eric Spoelstra. Hey man, how'd you do it? How'd you do it, bro? What was your key to success around him? Because they literally forged and built that team around LeBron. You gave him spot up shooters. You gave him defenders. Like. Dog, they were cohesive. They were like a nice unit. Like you look at them, they have fun, but dog, when they get in the heat of the battle, they just look lost. Like Jackson Hayes looked lost. D'Angelo Russell looks lost. Like, I mean, outside of Reeves, bro, and Rui, like I don't even know who else be out there helping. Like,
well, no, I mean, Rui's a defensive liability himself. He's more just offense. Like we saw in the last play, like they saw the highlights. Torian Prince is telling him, "This is the play he's wearing. This get over there." And fucking Rui's just like, "What?" But
it was like, have you guys talked about like whenever they won the ship, right? They had Rondo on the team, and they were able. He was able to like create
him and LeBron. Okay,
yes.
I'm a fan, but when you put two
gifted
IQs together,
gifted minds,
and you look at them like I would just look at them communicate on the field, bro. Like I would just look at them communicate. Thought it was amazing. It was
even defensively, like Rondo would get the guys in position,
put everybody where they needed to be.
Yeah,
then him and Dwight. Dog, Dwight Howard, like people I don't care what he do outside of the basketball court. That is his business. I don't care. But dog,
yeah,
that dude was special, bro. He was special for that team. Like for real.
All right. Just making sure, like I heard that right. You know, show the same respect to Caleb then. Hey, did you see Dwight Howard said online? He said, "Hey, I just found out Kirk Cousins is my neighbor." Everyone was like, "Kirk, run!"
No, for real.
No, but guys, so Bron is in his final. He could exercise his player option, or he can bounce. What team does LeBron play for in year 22? Where is he going in your mind? And I want y'all to answer, where should he go? As another answer.
I think he goes back to the East, and I think this is the most like I guess his name's being thrown around more this offseason because the chances of him leaving is I really think it's really high, leaving the Lakers, and I think it's a team in Florida.
Then go back to Miami. Go back to that red.
I don't know.
You're thinking Orlando?
Yeah, that could be a position for him.
What?
Uh,
No.
I think so.
Okay. So is that where you think he's gonna go, or is that where you want him to go?
Uh, that's where I would like for him to go, but I don't
Okay.
think he will.
Where do you think he does land?
No, it's to me it's hard, bro. It's hard to figure because one, you gotta have a market. You gotta think about it. He is about his brand, so he's just not gonna be anywhere.
The man had two runs with Cleveland. He is the market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he is like that, but that's home though. That's different. That's home. Like he set out with a dream to do it. He fulfilled it. So, but man, I just look at whoever gets him is lucky. Like, I mean, I really don't want him to play with no other team, bro. Like, I really would love him to go back to Cleveland and just ride it out. Like, I just know it's not gonna happen. But because it's just like I don't like. Shout out to guys like Kobe, Dirk, Duncan that were just phenomenal and never left. Like, I would love for that to have been his career. Like, I never wanted him to put on a Lakers jersey, bro. Like, one, you're playing in the shadow of Kobe. Two, like, that's not you.
Cleveland should have taken care of him.
And that's true. That's how I feel about it. I was like, it's their fault because they never built around him. They never tried to, like, give him what he needed to be successful. So he had to go do it elsewhere. Shout out to Pat Riley for getting it done. But, like, I just really don't, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want people to play in other jerseys. Like,
Yeah.
It was so ugly watching Peyton Manning playing the Broncos jersey, bro. I didn't like Brady in a Bucks jersey. Like, dude, it's just some things you don't want to see. But, hey, it's a new generation. It's a new day. So, like.
So for me, I would love to see him go back to Cleveland. I'm with you, James. My idea, though, that I think he's going to do is I think he's going to stay in LA. I think he's going to stay with the Lakers. I don't think he should. Because
Knicks.
What's that? No,
Knicks.
He don't fit with them. I'll be honest with you. So here's why, James. So they have an awesome triple guard unit, right? They have Brunson, Hart, and DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
And after that, I mean that three Villanova unit is what's keeping them like fucking afloat and why they're gonna beat the Sixers tonight and advance to go beat the Pacers in the second round.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that them three right there, and then you're pushing Bron at the 4, and then what's your 5? Julius Randle?
Yeah.
You move off of Randle, you got Hardenstein, and you got your injury-prone Mitchell Robinson. I just don't think it works out that way. And Stacey's on here. He says Bron goes where Bronny goes. Honestly, he shouldn't. And the reason why is because once Bron takes a spot and if that team picks up Bronny's career is automatically fucked because he's only there as a bargaining chip. He's not there to like get developed or to be like they're not gonna like their interest is not gonna look out for him. And I think if Bron is being honest with himself, he should not want to play with his son that way. When he says he wants to play with his son, what he should mean is I want to see him on the other side of the court. For me, that's the legit thing you should be doing.
Yeah.
Right? Because if let's say the Lakers draft Bronny, realistically, like how great are they going to develop him?
I don't think they would.
Yeah, they won't, right? Because we saw like Lonzo, Randall, BI. We saw all these guys start there and get better elsewhere.
Yeah.
So, like for me, you're just using him as a bargaining chip just so like, you both have James on the back of your jerseys. What one's gonna have James Jr. on the other jersey? Because I mean, it's just don't do that to Bronny. And Bronny's
Yeah,
not ready for the NBA anyways. That fool should still be in college next year, maybe
he
another
should.
so. I
Dog,
don't.
if I was him, I'm transferring to a legendary school that develops player. I want to be
UTEP,
somewhere like Duke. I want to be somewhere.
UCLA, even he could still
Oh
stay there
yeah,
and he could
I
still
mean
go to
UCLA is
UCLA.
for sure. I want to go to a Power Five school that really puts talent on in the league and on the floor. Like he's a guard, so yeah. Why not go to a Villanova? Why not go to a UConn? Why not try a Syracuse or something like
I was
that?
just gonna say Syracuse, but he could just easily go somewhere like that. Like
Not
East Coast
not
is
to
fine.
say not to say USC is not a crazy Power Five school.
Yeah,
They do develop good NBA players, but
yeah.
um, I mean that team's not built to win right now.
But they,
So
they they deal. I feel like they do more of like you're surprised. Like they be having like sneaky like average or that turn out to be like real vets in the league. Like I mean, you had your few guards. You had Mayo. You had DeMar stuff like that. But I mean, like, dog, go somewhere where you really can soak up the game, bro. Like, please, like, do not go to the league, dog. It's not right now. It's not the league is not going anywhere in the league, bro. Go like really try to be like next level, like
You know what he should do, James? If he really wants to see how the pro life is, go to Europe, go
oh yeah,
overseas,
yeah,
go see some real shit because what you're getting now is underdeveloped guys over there. They'll beat you up and set you straight. They'll get you ready.
oh yeah. And it's a lot of people from America that is over there that are playing
Yeah.
that are really becoming pros or becoming fan favorites over there. And
Like
I'm telling you,
not everyone like literally went to college and then got drafted. Some of them went overseas. LaMelo Ball himself went over there after that whole shit with his brother Leandro that he decided no college, so he went overseas. And look,
yeah,
we could have said young LaMelo before the draft before he went overseas would never have been ready for the pros. He goes over there, he learns some lessons, he learns to develop from the pros over there. It gets him over here, and look, like instantly he was like a star, and now the Warriors are regretting not drafting him. You know, so I mean, I just think he needs that good punch in the face to really understand what he's getting into because I get it. He wanted to be pushed to another level, but brother, you had a heart attack. You had a cardiac arrest at the age of 18, 19.
bro,
Like
scary, bro.
dude, you could almost not be here. So I understand USC is like concerned not pushing you. I understand that.
Yeah. It's a double-edged sword. Like as much as we want to blame USC, we also have to praise them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They could have really been trying to put that kid on the floor,
Yeah.
put him in a dangerous position, but they're taking their time. And maybe the situation just wasn't right to begin with anyway. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe he's suited for a better team. Not even a better team, just another style of coaching. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
I
my
already,
thing, we're so sold on this kid being his dad that like people forget who's behind him that looks so much effortlessly better. Just like effortlessly better, bro. The game just comes to him. Like that's who I'm waiting to see. Like
Bryce,
Bronny,
brother, Bryce.
hey, I'm sorry, but bruh, your boy got you beat already. And he just need to keep the intangibles going. The shot smoother, everything. So it's just like we'll see.
All right,
We'll.
well, let's move back to the NBA as far as the playoff situation and starting Saturday, gentlemen. Not that there's just some birthday parties that I'm going to be celebrating with some people this Saturday, but we also getting Minnesota versus Denver, the series that will determine arguably the next NBA champion.
I think so.
And I agree, man. Iron sharpens iron. You got the two best units out there. James, I know how you feel about Denver going 1-12 in the last calendar year over your Lakers. I mean, over your Bron sexualness.
12 and 1.
That's what, yeah, 12-1, not 1-12. You're right. 12-1. Talk to me about this series, brother. Talk to me about the Nuggets and Timberwolves, and then select your pick. Don't be glazing too much on one side. I need you to be unbiased analyst. Talk to me about this series.
No, I'm gonna tell you my pick off bat. Where I'm at with this series is I got it 4-2 Denver. And I feel like Minnesota will still win in Denver, but the collapse that I do see with this team is the collapse. Like I said, the collapse I see with this team is the one I see with a lot of teams in the league. There's just no depth. They can't go beyond. Like if Anthony Edwards goes to the bench or sixth man of the year goes to the bench, it's like, okay, where are we going to get our scoring from? Like Cat has to match Anthony Edwards' energy. If they're going to succeed, those two guys, they basically got to cancel out Jokic and Murray. Like Ant and Cat have to cancel out Jokic and Murray right there. Defensively, I hope Rudy can help protect the inside. Like this team is long. When you look at it from top to bottom, pause. This team, they like they have length, bro.
Hey,
Pause. Just pause this whole segment. But yeah, they're very, you know what I'm saying? They're tall and lanky as far as like when you look at them, like Ants has a nice little wingspan. So what I feel like they can, Minnesota can upset them, but it's going to take a lot, and it's going to take experience, and it's what they don't have right now. But the way that they're playing, like you can't just concede them and cancel them out like that. But I have them still in the game over there. If they can protect on court, you know what I'm saying? There's 3 games right there. But I just see like the depth of Denver and their bench and all their, you know what I'm saying, their add-alongs, they got this game easily. So it's going to be a great matchup coaching-wise, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking forward to a great series, period. Like, I love how Ants come back off an injury. I cannot think of a kid named that won a 6th man of the year. Jesus Christ. Nas Reed, there you go. I don't know why I wanted to call him something else, but yeah. Nas Reed, he reminds me of like a Bobby Portis, like for real, just with a better shot. I mean, it's kind of crazy how he shoots too, but and then you know what? To have somebody, the importance of vet leadership, bro. To have somebody like Mike Conley, who's been in these games, bro, these big moments, like to coach and speaking to an ant, bro. It's like that's huge, bro. Like that's what a lot of teams don't have, man. And that kid is like the sky's the limit, bro. Like for real. And I just can't wait to see who's gonna look like next year because you think he about to get to play with the USA team, bro. He about to be around Bron, KD, all these vets, bro. For basically, bro, this kid's gonna come back on a different level, bro. Different.
Alex, Minnesota rode on the back of 31 points per game from Anthony Edwards and their elite defense. Gobert stepped up. Jaden McDaniel stepped up. Cat at points stepped up, and we know Ant did his thing. And Conley directed the team. What is going to be – it sounds like James said the key X factor for him was Cat to be for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yes.
What is your X factor for Minnesota to upset Denver, and what is Denver's X factor to maintain the number 1 spot and advance to the next round?
So right off the bat, I'm just gonna say that the Timberwolves remind me a lot of the Heat from last year. Even though the Heat were the 8th seed, but I know a lot of people on our panel weren't too high on Minnesota in the playoffs. Some of us had Phoenix beating them, but this team is built like the same, and I think they're going to win the fight. I actually think they might be the champions this year. But the X factor for Denver is going to be Gordon. If Gordon's able to take out Cat out of the paint and make him defend the perimeter, which I think he can play. Gordon can play. At the play in the perimeter is a big factor.
Yeah,
and then And then for a big factor for the Timberwolves would be having Cat and Gobert both on the floor at the same time, which they have been at times, and just to throw body at Joker, um, they've shown that their defensive presence in the first series is was no joke throughout the season. So I see that matching well with Denver. So I actually have them 4-2 the other way.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. I don't be
Because
arguing with Alex, dog. He be making some bold ass statements, dog. They be coming true sometimes.
It's not crazy. It's not crazy to believe.
Oh no, it's not. It's like you, bro. You know what? I just wish it was the other way. I really do. I wanted. Oh my god, I wish they could have had it the other way. I want to see SGA and go at it so bad, dog.
They still can. They still can. They still can. I mean, but here's what I'll say, James and Alex.
Damn.
I got Minnesota in 7. So I think this goes all the way to the end.
Shit.
And I think the fact is that Jamal Murray's been hiding an injury.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that the pressure is going to be all over him, Ant can take care of him.
Yeah, that's true.
Switch up McDaniels on him. He's not gonna be putting up those 25, 27 point games.
So that kid right there is a hidden gem.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my god.
Jay McDaniels
he is not scared of nothing.
No, he will go up to KD. He'll go up against Wembanyama if he has to. He does not how big you are, how scared you are.
That's very much needed.
That's why I mean, like the Timberwolves are able to throw multiple bodies at some of these key players.
But you need them to have. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But you need that depth to be consistent. Like you don't want it for just.
But James, here's the other thing too. We've already here's why I also agree that Minnesota's going to take advantage. Just the fact alone that Denver was trailing behind LA for so long. They had it right. They were playing the right way for 2.5 quarters, and then they just let it slip away because they didn't have the depth and they got tired. But Minnesota does have the depth, James. Minnesota does have what it takes to switch out. Nas Reed is leading the bench. And the key factor, you're right, is Cat. Because here's the thing: not only does he need to match and really step up his game, what he needs to do is stop getting into foul trouble. That was the biggest problem with the Suns.
Very much so. Very much so.
Quickly get to 4 fouls in 3 quarters with no hesitation. So, and of course, it creates more opportunities for Nas and stuff like that. You look at the numbers for regular season to postseason. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic is not a joke. Those motherfuckers jump up like 5 extra points in the postseason. So what you need to do is stay on the court to be able to match that and bring them down. So McDaniels, Cat, and Gobert, they need to be the guys that fucking smother and make them very uncomfortable. Yeah. Aaron Gordon, you're right, Alex. Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. are the 2 guys that are going to need to step up to be deadly. Michael Porter Jr., I give a lot of props. He's got so much shit going on in his personal life that this kid has still been stepping up and showing that championship pedigree.
And that's what I mean. But when you look at how he first entered the first part of the playoff contention, when they were playing the Spurs, he was so inconsistent, bro. You were looking for him to show up. They were starting him. They were giving him hella minutes.
And
he
dropped
shooting slumps.
He dropped in the draft because of his back.
Yeah.
And I remember because Chicago needed a small forward. Yep. And I was kind of iffy. I was telling my brothers, man, I like his game, but the only thing is his back. What's shying everybody away is his injury.
Yeah. He should have been top 3. If he wasn't a back injury, it would have been top 3 pick.
Bro, easy. He was balling. That's what I'm saying. And I was like, bro, why ain't nobody taking kid? They were showing his highlights and all that stuff. I'm like, that's crazy. And then you see the progression as they keep winning, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Denver has a structure, bro. They don't waste talent. They groom who they got over there. It's like a design system, and them guys are just getting it, bro. Caldwell Pope is just doing what he's supposed to do. Defending, taking the open shot when he got it, making an easy pass. Like
Does
nobody
it
has a
remind you
selfish.
of another team from back in the day?
Dog, not a selfish intent on the team, bro. Of course, the carbon copy of
That's it.
the carbon copy of the Spurs, man. Copy and
Yeah.
paste. Copy and paste. Nobody plays with a selfish intent on that team, bro. And Caldwell Pope took a shot at LeBron, and I hope he got mad, but oh well, bro. Like, it's true. Those guys are playing. They're not playing for stats, bro. They're just playing for the
He
full years.
understands, bro. He's a two-time champion. He's played with two greats in LeBron and Jokic, and he sees a difference. And the truth is that, and it's not the shot at Bron. It's just that when you play with Bron, it's more pressure. When you get to play with other people that don't really have that media pressure on them, it doesn't fall back onto you, right? Because no matter, like, Jokic is the best player in the world right now, but the media doesn't give him near as much attention as they give to all these guys who got first round exits or didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, like how James said it earlier. Like Westbrook was mostly the scapegoat whenever he was playing with LeBron, but nobody was really saying nothing whenever the Nuggets were getting taken out. I remember people were saying blow that team up too.
Yeah.
But nobody was saying nothing that it was like, oh, it's the teammates of Joker. They were saying more it was Joker and Murray's time to blow them up.
I think that was when I first got on the pod. We talked.
That was one of James's first big words. Get them out of here.
And it wasn't so much a Joker. I was saying Murray because I was like, dude, if he can't stay healthy, because it was like back-to-back injuries. I was like, dude, if he can't stay healthy, surround Jokic with another guard. Give him somebody.
Like literally, the last time we saw Jamal at the time was a fucking pandemic bubble.
He went crazy, bro. So I'm just saying, man. Like, I love this matchup. I mean, shit, I can see it going either one of our ways. More so, like, probably I hope for Jose's, and I pray for Alex's. But hey, if the Nuggets win, the Nuggets win, man. It's gonna be a beautiful game to watch.
And I agree that the winner of this one should be the winner of the NBA Finals, right? Because no offense to the Celtics or the Knicks, who I think the two teams that are most likely to come out the East. But
hey,
even with the
I want one for Jason Tatum so bad, bro. He's bro.
I was talking to my buddy last night, and I was telling him, bro, like, the problem with Tatum is that, man, at this point, like, I don't give a fuck if you win a title, to be honest with you, because he's always been a guy that's in the top 5, top 10 potential discussion, and it's like, when are you gonna be the top 1? How long is it going to take you? You've been in the playoffs. You've been in conference finals. You went to an NBA finals for years, and I can't even put you near the top of the discussion. It's still Joker. It's still Giannis. Embiid still has more favoritism over you, and is surpassing a lot of people in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
We know Wemby will be there in a few years. When is Tatum, when he has a super team right now with Brown, Porzingis, Holiday, and Derek White, aka Jeff 2.0, when the hell is this man gonna win? Because even now, the way they dominated the Heat, and that was without Jimmy Butler, you have questions. You don't know if they're even gonna get out the East. I know a lot of people feel like they are. I don't even think they're gonna represent the East, because I don't have faith in these guys to step up. And I mean all of them, not just Tatum. Like in a moment that where they need them, like we saw Porzingis in what was it, the game 2, game 3 they lost?
Mm-hmm.
What was it, 1 for 9? Motherfucker, you the biggest man on the court. You went 1 for 9?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Like, if y'all can't put your shit together and win, then y'all don't have, like, Jason Tatum has no right to be in a top 10 discussion. If we next year when we have our top 10 rankings, yeah, some of y'all might have him up there. I might not. The same way I criticize Justin Herbert about how talented he is, but how low performance is. It's the same shit here. You're very talented. You're trying to be Kobe 2.0, but you ain't showing up when we need you.
Yeah, and I think a lot goes into it, man. I think it's the psyche too. Like, these guys have been there so many times. It's almost just like it's it's like, yes, okay, we're going. Now we have to play a real team. And when they play a real team, it's like they just fold. And I mean, it's you got a lot of talent. They have no excuse. Talked about it. We have no excuse. You have a great GM, great, like, great VP, bro.
Good coach. Good coach. Not great.
Good coach. I mean, they just have it all, bro. And I don't know what it's going to take for them to get it done.
Email Doka.
I think they do miss him, bro.
Bro, if he hadn't been sleeping with the president's wife or whatever the fuck it was, he would still be there.
And I think they would get over the hump too. I think it's an identity thing, man. Like, I think certain teams build the structure, and certain people can inherit it, and some people can't.
And it's so crazy, James, because this is the only 60-plus win team, and no one's got faith in them to win the title.
Nobody, bro. Bro, call me crazy, but them trades screwed them. I don't care what nobody say. You don't. I promise you do not give up defensive pieces like that. I don't care how you slice.
Whoa. You talking about the Marcus Smart trade? Because I think that was a good trade.
Well, no, it was a good trade, but I think in an extent of not having nobody to replace Marcus.
Well, Drew Holiday.
That's different though. Like their cohesiveness. Drew hasn't adapted to that culture. He don't even look comfortable over there to me. That's just me.
I mean, he has to, like how we were talking about the other guys like Aaron Gordon and stuff. He has to relegate to be the fourth best guy on the team, where he was number 2 or number 3 in Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of Drew was with Milwaukee, ball handling, putting people in the right position.
But did you see how Marcus Smart last year and this year played? He wasn't that good.
Yeah,
he regressed so bad.
Yeah, he I will give you that. I will say that, but he still played important defensive minutes. He did the dirty work. And then big boy, man, Williams' presence is missed. Al Horford needs to retire. He's done. He's not it.
Brother,
get him out.
Time Lord Robert Williams didn't even last like the first week. He was out that too. So that is like we can't put the shit on the trades, because it's not the trades. It's the fact that
I like the Porzingis trade. Early on it looked good. I like
Porzingis over there. He does fit.
He looked better.
He looks better over there. He looks comfortable over there. But I'm saying just he's him and AD, bro. Like, they look great, but they're not supposed to be playing the 5 spot. They just don't. They're stretch 4s. They need to stay stretch 4s. And trying to put them into the center role.
That's their fault for not wanting to adapt.
That's true.
That's their fault. These guys are fucking veterans. Like, your body's not going to even be able to match up to the young 4s in the future anyways. So you need to adapt. James, who's our favorite fucking Spurs player? Who had to adapt as he got older to become a center?
Hey, he's the GOAT, though, bro. You can't put that on him.
He's our Spurs GOAT, but I'm saying
KG did it too. KG did it too.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. These motherfuckers know their role, that they need to step up for their team and change their game for the better. That's why Duncan's numbers went from like 21, 23 down to like 17, 18. He gave up opportunities so that the team could get better. So did KG, right?
So,
go ahead, Alex.
Like you said, Duncan moved because he was getting up in there in age. Like, whenever Blake Griffin came in, he was able to defend them, right?
Yeah.
Tim Duncan was, but it wasn't going to be a smart idea to keep Duncan at the 4 and try to have him match up with Blake for 40 minutes. It was better off moving him to center. Have him defend him here and there, but get another. Like I think Boris Diaw was a 4 for.
He was our backup 4, but it was Diago Splitter. We all know Diago Splitter gets post, right?
And he was.
But he's younger.
I love Tiago, dog. Like, people were not. He was able to. Tiago was solid, bro.
Because he was a fucking popsicle stick. He just got as hurt as much as AD. He was Brazilian AD.
But I liked him though, dog. He was nice.
We all liked our guys. We understand, like, our fundamental guys, like, were good. That's what we got him. He wasn't a bad player. It's just that he couldn't stay healthy multiple times. That was the issue. Like, we were trying to make Duncan and him like 4 and 5, and this motherfucker is out. So we have to put Duncan at full time one of the other positions, like That's what made it tough to love him. I mean, we still love him and respect him. I know fucking Jeff yesterday was saying we should like Patty should be getting more minutes in Miami. Patty's old, brother.
Hell no, dude! I saw Patty run a couple plays for them. He looked so fucking lost.
Bro, Patty got swerved by fucking Brown. They both went to the right. And sadly, Patty just went to the fucking like front row. Like, goddamn. Like, no, Patty's old, bro. Like, this whole like, if y'all don't know, clearly I don't. Jeff wants Eric Spoelstra fired, motherfucker. What are you talking about? The man got 8-year extension for 120 million. He ain't getting fired. The fuck wrong with you, Jeff? It's already getting back into peak form, and he hasn't been on the pod for fucking 4 months.
But that Miami team is always, regardless if they're the 8th seed or not, they still battle, man. Like with the guys they have.
He said they were the AFC last year. Last year they were the finals. Motherfucker, they were the AFC last year when they went to the finals. The fuck, they didn't have Jimmy or fucking Terry Rozier. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
I do think Miami's gonna blow it. Like they're gonna be more closer to a blow up than I think the other teams you were talking about, James.
Yeah,
I don't think Tyler Hero's staying there.
But they play at Spurs sometimes really good defense. I know you weren't able to really see it yesterday, but like there's moments where they held teams where like 0 points with like 7 minutes or something like that, or without a field goal. They all play.
The problem is that Pat Riley doesn't give Spo the roster he needs.
Yeah,
like we're praising them for what they're accomplishing, but if you like look at this lineup and put them anywhere else, they're not succeeding. This is not an ideal situation. Max Strus and
remember they had Gabe Vincent last year.
Yeah.
They made the finals with that.
Yeah, and then that was after Jimmy started playing bad towards the last 2 rounds of the playoffs. So they still made that shit happen. So, I mean, you know what, Pat Riley, give him a better unit. I know Jimmy Butler's looking for the max contract. Alex, would you give it to him? Would you give him the max? I know that he's the reason why they're still being competitive, but at this age, you give it to him?
I mean, depending, like what are you really trying to do in the future? If you try to build a team like with Jaime and Hero, then I wouldn't. But like, if you still think Jimmy's still the guy, even though he's getting up there in age, I still think he could. I mean, he's shown that he can still play, and he's got you to a finals 2 times already. So I would pay him and try to see what else you could do.
You know, we were talking about it earlier, but you know, one of the other teams I was thinking about for Bron was Miami, because I do think that would fit him better, because Miami is already a dynamic team unit, right? Like they know how to play ball together, and if you put Bron at the 3, right? Because Jaime would be playing the 4, and Bam would be the 5. And I mean, I guess you can replace Hero, because I don't think Hero's gonna stay there, man. I think it was confirmed he wasn't gonna stay there when he took a swing at fucking Jimmy Butler, and he said 8 for 28. So I don't know. I think that would have been fun, but that's just that's a wish, like see Bron back in a Miami uniform. That'd be kind of fucking crazy to see. I know Dave's the one to see it. I know he believes Cleveland forever.
No, I would, but it's just like like I said, like in our generation, Lakers are Kobe's. Miami belongs to D-Wade. LeBron belongs to Cleveland. Dwight belongs to Orlando. Tim got the Spurs. Ginobili Spurs. Houston. T-Mac or Harden, however you see it. OKC, KD, Westbrook. It's just like certain players, like that'll, you know what I'm saying, they'll forever be at a certain place for me.
Yeah.
So.
All right, guys. And before we do our freaking nice, fun shorts games, I did want to talk about a little bit about the Canelo Alvarez situation that we saw yesterday with the press conference.
Y'all got it. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't even know why that happened.
Well, James, I do want to get some of your input as far as what you would think as a more like, I guess, just a man, like a general casual perspective on your end.
Yeah, I got you.
So for people who don't know, this weekend Canelo Alvarez is fighting, on May 4th against Jaime Moniego. Is that how you say it, Alex?
Moniego?
Yeah, Moniego. So they're gonna fight. He always fights every year on Cinco de Mayo weekend, James.
First Mexican.
And so a lot of people are questioning this fight because there's a guy named David Benavides out there who has really risen in the rankings that he has earned a shot at Canelo Alvarez. But Canelo is at that point, James, where he's like Floyd and he can pick his fights and dictate where he wants to go. So a lot of people have been claiming that Canelo's ducking. Now, a lot of shit talking has been coming out of Oscar De La Hoya's mouth, his former promoter. If y'all know, Canelo used to fight under Golden Boy Promotions, which is Oscar's boxing promotion. Well, it took a while for them to set up this fight because he's, I guess, trying to get to revitalize Golden Boy. Golden Boy is kind of like on a rut. Their star pupil right now is Ryan Garcia, and we see right now that he might have failed the drug test. And a lot of shit going on with that promotion alone. So yesterday at the conference, James, after a few weeks of Canelo, I guess, talking shit about Oscar during some podcasts and some interviews, Oscar goes up to the podium and basically just bashes Canelo, saying, "We made you. You're only Canelo because of us. You owe your name and everything is in debt to what we built for you." And he was just cussing him out. And he was like, "Put some fucking respect in my name." So that's what he told Canelo, right? While Canelo's sitting down. And he's saying it in English, which is not Canelo's first language. So he knows that. So it's a lot easier to say this shit and having someone else translate it for him. So once that gets to Canelo's ear, because it takes a while for him to react, because again, like I said, English is not his first language. You can see Canelo is starting to clap back. Cállate puto, chinga tu madre, all this other shit, bro. Like all this shit, and it brings out that Canelo has to stand up and like they have to physically break them up because Canelo's about to pop this motherfucker. So
I wish he would have done.
So just to catch you up, Alex, how do you feel about Canelo becoming Money Mayweather, essentially, and how do you feel about the whole Oscar Canelo beef and kind of Oscar making it more about himself than his fighter?
Yeah.
So him being a Mayweather, if you weren't mad that Mayweather was ducking what's his name?
You're thinking
Canelo.
about
Canelo now. Whenever he fought
Manny.
Whenever Mayweather fought Canelo, he was really young.
Yeah.
Right. But after Canelo got into his prime, whenever he was getting to his prime, Canelo wanted that fight again, but Mayweather didn't.
Mayweather's already done at that point.
Yeah, he was ducking him. So if you're okay with that, then you should be okay with what Canelo's doing now, because he earned the stripes to basically get the fights he wants. Now him calling him out, saying like, "Who wrote those lines for you?" I bet there was the guys behind you that wrote those lines for you. That was fucking funny. And then he called him out, saying like, "Yeah, what you were saying, like you make this more about you than your fighter." And he's basically warning every fighter in Golden Boy to hire their lawyers because you were trying to fuck me over. Luckily, I hired my own lawyers, and this guy's just a fucking like a con artist. He doesn't look for the best interest in their fighters.
Yeah.
And to add to that, James, at the press conference after Canelo had talked about Diego and the respect he has for the kid, he goes after Oscar, and he says, "Did you finally fucking pay Triple G his money?" Because they had multiple fights while he was under Golden Boy, and allegedly Triple G said he never got paid from Oscar from his part. So Canelo was calling him out. "Did you finally pay him? Did you finally do that shit?" He was like, "Yeah, I paid him. I always pay all my fighters." He's like, "Good, you motherfucker." And
then he said, "I paid you too." He's like, "Yeah, not until I got my fucking lawyers involved."
Mm-hmm. So it does feel like this weekend is more about Canelo versus Oscar than it is Canelo and the kid. And I want to just tell you, James, guess how old Canelo is? Just throw a random number.
I know he's in his 30s, right?
There you are, correct there.
Like 30. He's like 32, 34, somewhere around there.
He's 33, so he's literally like only 5 months older than me. Motherfucker's been fighting for professional boxing for 19 years. He's 62-2. So this guy has definitely earned the right to say,
Yeah,
who I want to
exactly.
win. Like, no disrespect to David Benavidez. I think he's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah,
I
so
think
and I'm the first one to say I want to see that fight. I
I
really do.
agree.
I want to see that fight, and I mean, hopefully we get to. But like we said, Canelo earned his stripes, just like Mayweather did, and he gets to call the shots now. You're now the ace card.
He's the undisputed champion. He has all like 5, 6 belts in that fucking one weight class, which is crazy, James. Like if you go to UFC, there's just one
Yeah,
fucking belt. This motherfucker, like boxing, has like 6 belts for the same fucking weight division.
yeah.
So Canelo has all of them. So he's the undisputed champion. So literally, he can dictate when he wants to fight.
Hmm.
Cinco de Mayo weekend is an automatic. The next time around would be like September, October. That's
And
Yeah.
and then the thing about it too, one of his fights, he went up on a lot of weight to fight, like to try to get another belt. So he was
Mhm.
above his weight class trying to fight,
And he
Yeah.
lost. He did
and he
lose that
lost.
one.
Yeah, yeah, but like you could tell though, like that weight did hurt him a lot though because like he looked fatigued. He did look tired.
There was a significant, even though it's like what is it, like 10 pounds? It's like
Yeah,
it's not much, like you could for a lot of people, but in the world of boxing, that
that's a
is
lot.
that is a lot, especially when that's not your comfortable weight
Yeah,
and you're fighting the champion. Like, so Dimitri Bivol is like not a joke. Yeah, he's been a mainstay for that division. So James, as a guy who's had dreams and aspirations to like play pro ball, that is like the shit that you still love to this
Hmm.
day. How would you feel being in like Canelo's shoes or even Muniego's shoes to know that your previous rep or your promoter or your current promoter is acting in this behavior? As a man, how would you feel like that?
No, one, you feel like somebody like trying to play with you. You know what I mean? Like, and as a man to another man, that's one thing you don't do. You don't play about somebody's business. Especially in the height that Canelo's in. He's like to say you put somebody, you built somebody, you did all this, that, and the third. You're basically taking everything from him that he put into it. Like, this man worked out, this man trained, this man put in the work, he put in the hours, blood, sweat, tears, the time away from family. Like, he built his name. You might have put him in position to build his name, but he built his name and he built the brand. So there's a difference. Um, the sport of boxing is so dirty in itself, bro. Like, and this goes back to fucking like Tyson, like how he was manipulated, misused, taken advantage of, stolen from. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys get these picks, and I mean they get to these places, and people just want them for one thing. They're not looking out for the best interest of that person. Um, so for him to come up there and say all of that stuff in front of all these people, and then as a man, like, one thing you once something is said, you're not gonna, well, at least for me, once one thing is said in front of me, you're not gonna play behind me or
Yeah.
behind my back. You're not gonna come, oh man, let me talk to you on the side. No, like, your apologies need to be as loud as your disrespect was. So wherever you disrespected me, that's where you need to apologize. Like, else you just playing with me. And then after that, at that point, it's just like, shit, he should have touched him. He should have let him have it. Like, but if I'm one of his fighters right now, I'm looking at it like, it's a double-edged sword. Because if you like, man, he fucked him over, like, shit, I must be getting fucked over too. But when you haven't arrived, you don't really have those options.
Yeah.
So as his fighter now, you know what I'm saying? You just got to go out there and you got to go do what's best for you. And when you get the opportunity, you stand on business. You go get the people, them lawyers, to get behind them papers and find out where your money's at. 'Cause that's what a lot of people do in the industry. That's music too, man. People go into music and they realize, oh shoot, I gotta hire a lawyer. I gotta hire somebody to audit me getting paid because I'm not getting paid all the way. Like, So it's just it sucks, man. It's just a dirty business. It's a dirty game.
Like
But you
legitimately,
got to be
James.
intelligent.
Like James, legitimately right now, like Oscar is riding on Ryan Garcia's name because that's his fighter, and he had a fight with Devin Haney a few weeks ago. And the fact that he got Canelo to agree to a fight with to co-promote with his, right? Because like those are the things that are going to try to keep him afloat. Everyone knows Oscar is going like down like business wise.
Oh yeah.
Like he's on the wrong trajectory, and that's why like he's trying. And it doesn't help for him, right? Yeah, Ryan Garcia just allegedly got caught for a failed drug test.
Mm-hmm.
So and it comes out the same day that he decides to come out and vent all this shit about Canelo in front of everybody, right? So it's just crazy to see. And he said, "Well, that's defamation. What Canelo said about me is defamation. I'm gonna sue. I will sue. Yeah, you need money. We know cocaine cheap." Steezy says, "Oscar crazy. Forget Magnolia or whoever. Oscar versus Canelo." And he is the one that said, "Plus coke ain't cheap for Oscar." And he said Jake Paul would whoop Cinnamon's ass, no Diddy. So, well, he's got to fight Mike Tyson first, so we'll see. B should win that fight, but we don't know.
You said he should win that fight?
Against Mike Tyson, he should. He should be losing to a 6-year-old. The fuck?
Dude, he's 60 years old.
Come on, James.
Come on, y'all seen those sparring videos, man.
That's a 30-second run, brother. That's not the fucking whole fight.
Dude, if Jake gets him to like, how many rounds is it? Like, is it 10?
2 minute, 8 rounds.
8 minutes. That's why they did it.
He can't go that long.
Yeah, Mike Tyson can't go that far, man. That's.
I'm pretty surprised if he gets the whole 10 minutes after 2 rounds.
I mean, he does look good, right? You've seen those videos, but you're on that ring. You got to keep your hands up at all times.
Hey, man, he better not sleep, Mike, man, for the culture.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope not either, man. I really hope that.
That's man. We have to send somebody after him.
Jake should win. He should. What does Vegas have it? Vegas should have Jake, right?
Yeah, I think they got Jake. I think Mike Tyson's an underdog. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it's 8 2-minute rounds with 14-ounce gloves. And it's on Netflix. I don't know if you have to pay for that.
No, you don't.
Oh shit. Netflix is ready to go live. I know they're gonna have WWE on next year, so this is like their practice shit right here to see how they go with live fucking action. Because I don't think they've gone live before, so that will be interesting. Yeah. So how are we feeling, fellas? How are we feeling overall about everything? Now that we've talked about all the things we need to talk about, how are we feeling overall? Is there anything I missed tonight that we need to discuss? Was there anything out there going on?
Oh, I'm waiting to see what some of these free agents going to do. See where some of these guys land. See if some of these guys can get jobs again. You got some big names still out there.
A lot of safeties, a lot of DBs.
A lot of safeties, a ton of DBs, man. Ton. A lot of big guys that I think could be used in the slot or the nickel or dime packages.
Now, let me ask y'all this as a Pats fan up here. When y'all saw the reports about apparently they rejected 2 trades, one for the Giants is this year and first round next year, and the Vikings, what was it? 11, 23, and first next year.
That was the one that took me out.
The Vikings one. I think the Giants is the one that took me out more.
Yeah, here's why. Because I think the Giants will still be bad, so those picks will still be good later on. The Vikings not so much because they are competitive. So that, I mean, when I saw those reports, still I'm like, man, Jose's probably dying inside right now. But that should tell you one thing though, how they feel about and how other teams feel about Drake.
Yeah,
because they knew Drake was going to be the next QB gone. So that should already tell you what these other teams feel about him. And he is, quote unquote, the most NFL QB ready right now out of all the guys.
I hope he sits on the bench this year, regardless, so he can really learn.
Because
he does have that mechanical like issues, like his footwork is not that good. So like he's gonna end up fumbling a lot if he doesn't get that shit fixed. And really bad inaccurate passes. I don't need a repeat of Josh Allen. I like not the first version of Josh Allen. I need like the later on version of Josh Allen.
And that's what you might see though. That's what
Yeah.
you might see is that first couple of years of Josh Allen. But like in those years, you did see spurts of good football.
Yeah.
But you also did see some bad football there. But too, the Buffalo Bills, whenever Josh Allen went there, they didn't have a good squad.
No,
Just
they
like how
didn't.
Drake May, and I think Drake May's situation is worse than uh, what Buffalo's was back then.
Well, the only thing I can still rely on is that I do think we saw like essentially a borderline top 10 defense. The offensive weapons is just awful. So
Yeah.
I really would have, like, for me, if I was a GM, I definitely would have taken the Giants picks, or I would have told them, hey, Vikings are adding a little more shit to it. You gotta spice it up just a little bit more, and I'll go with the Giants just because you won't fall back as much, right? You go back 3 picks, so you can still get like Malik Neighbors, or if you like JJ McCarthy, get him, and you still have next year's first round pick. You can still go something crazy because I do think Giants are going to be a top 3 or top 5 pick. So I don't trust Daniel Jones for shit, but who knows? I mean, we could be proven wrong. But okay, so I did want to have a draft with y'all. So basically, of course, it's y'all against each other. I just want to hear like your pick. So this is not a build up team. This won't be like numbers or anything like that. So what I want you to do is we're gonna have 1v1 draft, and you can only draft players who did not make the playoffs this year. NBA.
Damn.
There's some good teams that did not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So there's also some good players. So yeah, so I want a non-playoff draft. So I don't know who wants to go first. I don't know if y'all need me to flip a coin. What y'all need me to do?
Didn't Alex won? Who won last one? Alex, right?
Well, remember TikTok fucked us over, so I couldn't really post that shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the videos. That's kind of why I haven't posted on TikTok, but on YouTube I have, and YouTube didn't really say anything, so I really can't really go with that assumption. So, all right, I'm gonna guess the number between 1 and 10. Y'all guess a number, and we'll go from there. So
7.
3.
Alex is closest. So it was 10.
Okay.
All right, so Alex, you can go first, and this NBA non-playoff player draft.
Okay, I'm gonna go Curry.
Sheesh. All right. Hold on. I don't know why this is hard for me.
You're looking at teams that didn't make the playoffs, huh?
Yes. Give me. I'm not gonna let him do it to me. Give me Wemby.
All right.
So we're not building a team though, right?
Yes, you are. You're building a team.
Okay. Uh,
So basically, build an NBA team with players that did not make the NBA playoff.
give me DeRozan
Ooh. Okay.
at the small forward.
Okay. Jameson?
Give me Ja Morant.
Okay. And it's only 5 picks, so just a starting lineup. No bench.
Then give me Fox as my shooting guard.
I'll take I'll take give me Jaren Jackson Jr. at my 4.
Ooh, okay. Going big.
That was gonna be my next pick.
Damn, I know I passed on somebody. Oh, it sucks. He can play at 3 though, I think. I think he can play 3. Can he play 3?
Damn. So I have all
You have 1, 2, and 3 taken up,
team three.
and James has
Mm,
1,
1, 4, 5.
1, 4, and 5. Okay.
Yeah.
ooh, you know what? Give me Capella.
Oh, Clint Capella. Okay.
Yeah. I need a rim
I feel
protector.
like this dude can play the 3. I don't know if he's ever played the 3 though. Dog. You know what? Let me get Scotty Barnes as my 3.
Okay.
And then for my 4, I'm gonna get Miles Bridges.
That was your last pick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. James.
I'm checking. Give me Thomas as my 2.
Who?
Thomas.
Cam
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 Thomas.
Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Cam Thomas? Who? He said who?
Guys.
I won.
Guys. Y'all both lost, in my opinion. My God. Y'all missed some names.
Who?
Sabonis.
I mean, I think Miles Bridges.
Mikael Bridges.
That's all I got.
No, you said Miles
Okay.
Bridges.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Hold on.
You got the Charlotte Hornet. You didn't get the Brooklyn Net.
Oh yeah. That's what I thought he took. That's why I said Cam. I just needed a 2 guard. But that's why I thought that's who he took.
I might
Yeah.
have to rewind it. I thought you said
I did-
Miles. So if you, I'll put it in edit no matter what. So
I didn't take
the bonus one was shocking.
Yeah, I didn't take Sabonis because I wanted defense. I like JJ's defense better.
Brother, you got Wemby for that. You didn't need that. You just need him to
Yeah.
I was actually gonna put JJ as my 4.
And then I wanted
My center.
I wanted to pick up Louis Marketing, but I was just like, that's all I was trying to see if he can play the 3. I was trying to look at the team.
Y'all didn't go DeJounte. Y'all didn't go Trey Young.
No, I had Jai.
Yeah, no.
I took Jai.
You could have put DeJounte the 2.
I'm not putting him in no 2. He ain't no
I
shooter.
got Fox.
None of you got Alperen Sengun.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna take him after I took Wemby. If I took Wemby.
I do think you did say Miles Bridges, Alex. So you did not take Mikael Bridges. The Scotty Barnes one was not bad. He is a 3, so
He's a 2-way player too. That's why I like him.
yeah. So nobody took Kobe White.
Oh fuck! Damn, I should have picked Kobe White. No, I like Fox better than Kobe.
Nobody wanted Draymond for the bully.
Fuck that.
Nah.
Nobody wanted Dylan Brooks.
Fuck no.
Oh shit! So I mean, that's all I got for tonight, guys. I mean, good ways. We had fun. What are y'all looking forward to this weekend? What kind of share? Y'all looking forward to obviously the Nuggets and Wolves game?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm not really big on boxing, so I probably won't watch the fight unless my brother-in-law gets it or my father-in-law decides to watch it. But
that's what I'm relying on. This one over here.
Yeah, I was just talking to my brother because we've been watching a lot of the boxing matches at his house, and since it is my my lady's birthday this Saturday, and I should have a lot of family over. We're just talking about it are we gonna get the fight? And my brother's like, I don't know. Are you? I'm like, I don't know. That's your heartwarming present for me.
There you go. And just so y'all know, we might get a game 7 because the Sixers took the lead and now they're up by 3 at halftime.
Sheesh, hey, I would hope for one, man. That series has been very entertaining. I am surprised by the Knicks. I did call them losers, but what is the fighting, dog? They're fighting.
Losers was a stretch, bro. Like, just tell me you didn't watch enough Knicks games this year, bro.
It's Tom Thibodeau, dude. Tom Thibodeau. I think Tom Thibodeau, regardless of who he has, he might play his fucking players fucking 48 minutes
to the
plus.
ground.
Yeah.
But they'll play for you. They will
Yeah,
play for you.
But my
play
thing
for
is
him.
this: like he has a structure in the system. No matter where he goes, he's always had his team to fight. Like he's always had a team of fighters, bro. Like I just thought the Sixers being here, regardless of where Embiid is in his totality of like how healthy he is, I just thought they would pull it out, bro. I thought they'd been here before. They know what to do. I figured they were ready. They're not laying down, so that's a plus. But I figured this would be easy for them. I figured they would kind of get these guys out of the way so they can get on to the next. But
yeah, how do you feel about people overhyping Tyrese Maxey, saying that he could be the face of the franchise and all this shit? I'm like, bro, slow your roll.
I'm not sold there because I feel like he's a great player for where he's at. He's progressed. He's shown you progressions of being a leader, but it's different when they put that target on your back, brother. And the team is yours. You gotta you can't just go out there and have 48 and then the next game come out here with 12 and you're 4 of 18 and you know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna allow you to do that stuff, man. When you go out there and be the star, as big as they praise you, as quick as they praise you, as quick as they'll tear your ass down too. And Philly is not the place for no light skinned person, bro. You gotta be ready to ball over there. So I don't think that's too soon, bro. It's far too soon. I need a consistent year of averaging like 20, 25. Like you gotta come with it. Like
interesting report here, and I don't know how valid it is. It says JJ Redick and Ty Lue are real candidates to become the Lakers head coach.
Ooh. I would not JJ Redick to the Lakers.
I wouldn't put it past Ty Lue, but I don't think I don't know if they probably fire him this season if they don't get
Why
it done.
would they fire him?
But I mean, people get like that, bro. It's a hot and cold society, bro. Nobody allows a coach to lose 3 to 4 seasons no more. It's either you get it done and you show me we're winning, or I'm gonna get rid of you.
I understand, and it's not towards you, but how do you put any blame on him when PG-13 and Kawhi can't stay fucking healthy?
That's
you
true.
know, he takes you to the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
With you know, and the fact is like, look at Spoelstra. He had a long rough patch after Bron left with Bosch getting those blood clots, and then Wade, wanting to leave and shit like that. He had a long road back to get this team to where it was. Like the impatience of these owners, brother. It's just like how are you going to win? Like that's why I can't stand Matt Ishbia at the Suns owner. I can't. Like I hope the Clippers owner doesn't fire him unless Ty Lue has an out for his contract. I hope he doesn't try to let him go. Like keep him because he's why you're all staying afloat despite all these injuries. And you decided to re-sign Kawhi to extend him again, so you're gonna need this kind of coach to be around, bro. Just like for those tough times. So I don't know, it's crazy. All right, guys. I think we're good for tonight. Obviously, we have a second half of Sixers and Knicks to still watch. If James on Madden right now, I hope he's winning.
I'm drafting, bro.
And Alex, I know, is exhausted from the moving. I know he's not done anytime soon. So,
man, I should have some boxes undone by Saturday when you come through.
Hey, brother, I just want to go into your office and I just want to see that wall of like Bears gear on it. And
dude,
like all the shit.
I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm gonna put it up. I have a lot of shit to put up.
That's all I'm saying. Hey man, I mean, make it happen, brother. I mean, you've seen my shit before. I mean, I have nothing put up here because this is a rental home. I don't know if we're gonna be here long term or not. I don't have anything up here. It's just all on this fucking case that came with the house. So
Justin Fields' jersey's gonna go up there. so is Trubisky's.
Hey James, we gotta pitch in, bro. We all gotta get him a Caleb Williams jersey. And
I'm done. I'm done getting fucking QB.
You got the jersey plug anyway.
I do, but I'm it's 2 quarterbacks in a row.
Nah,
getting jerseys straight away. I gotta wait.
James, he's going through the plug. That's why he's got to go through Fanatics. You got to get them expensive shit. So we all got to pitch in, get him a pink Caleb Williams jersey, and he'll be good.
Lord.
Get him some zestiness in his office, brother.
Bro, if he could get us at least one playoff win, we'll be all right.
Hey,
Bruh,
what's the Bears' floor and ceiling this year, Alex?
We need to make the fucking playoffs. I'll be happy with the playoffs. If we win one playoff game, that's already
That's your goat.
That's the goat right there.
You can see, James, they have no expectations whatsoever.
we need to make the playoffs this year. Just think about it, bro. Trubisky got us to the playoffs 3 years in a like three. He got us to the playoffs 3 years. 3 out of 5.
2.
No,
it's 2.
He I think it's 3. Look it up. I think it is 3.
I'm gonna say 2.
But yeah, man, if Trubisky can make us to the playoffs,
I remember the double doink.
If it wasn't for the fucking double doink, fuck, man. That fucking defense was stacked too. I'm telling you, Trubisky just had to be mediocre, and
yeah, it was just 2, Alex. It was just 2. Y'all missed 2019.
1 year they made they were 8-8, right? Or 8 and something. They still made the playoffs.
That was 2020. That would have been 2020.
What about that 2019 team?
The 2018 team is the team that got the double doink. And the 2019 that was 8-8, and y'all missed the playoffs. And
that 2018 team, Trubisky only had like 24 touchdowns and 12 interceptions, and he made the Pro Bowl that year. That's what I'm saying. Like Caleb just needs to be that.
But that's the NFC, bro. It doesn't take that much. Get it?
He just needs to be that. No, the defense needs to carry you in the NFC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I don't know. Caleb's ceiling is just 25. He just needs to be mediocre at best. 25 total touchdowns. It don't even have to be passing.
2018 was his best for Trubisky because he threw 24 touchdowns, 3,200 yards, and that was his second year. So if Caleb could surpass that in his first year,
but that was Trubisky's first year as a starter.
Oh yeah, because he only played 12. He started 12 games a year before. I'm guessing he had a different starter in the beginning.
It was Mike Glennon.
Is that what y'all started with? You started the year with Mike Glennon?
Mike Glennon, and he wasn't. Trubisky got killed when they were his first. I don't know why they threw him in there.
That's James' fault. He was hoping for bad things to happen to you. We didn't even know him then, but he was already wishing bad deeds. He's like, I hope y'all get this zesty quarterback. All right, fellas. Well, I'm going to call it a night. Guys, thank you for watching, whether it was live or on demand, listening on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it was. Thank y'all for watching. Like, share, subscribe. We really do appreciate it. We're at 185 subscribers. Let's bump it up to 200 so we can get to quickly to 500, 1,000. Let's make some numbers rise, guys. That's all we're asking for. Just hit that subscribe button so you can check us out. And if y'all ever want to join and debate us, hey, man, just text us, message us. Like, we will invite the debates. We don't hide. We don't run. But we also don't have Skip Bayless on right now. So if you want to debate Jeff, he will be on soon, hopefully. So, but until then, guys, for the Professor Alex de la Cruz, who finally has some Wi-Fi. We can see him for the first time since 2022. We can see him. Oh, praise Jesus! We can see him, James. And for humble James, I am Jose Garza. We are Puro Pinche Sports, and we are out. Damn, Alex, you got more connection to the Dallas Cowboys right now.
Yes, sir.